So today's workout is going to be playing 1 bar of 8 notes with leg motions and 4 bars of 16 notes with ankle motion, heel up technique, using the heel up technique. And we will start without the spring, and we will play right foot, left foot, and alternated feet, and then we will put the spring back up, and we will do the same exact thing. We're gonna follow a click track, and if you will have hard times to get to 4 bars of ankle motion at that speed, try to go until 3 or 2 or 1, so alternating 1 bar of 8 notes and 1 bar of 16 notes. And if that's still too hard for you, then slow down the BPM and try to get to at least 1 bar and 1 bar. And then in time you will improve it and extend it to 1 bar of 8 notes and 4 bars of 16 notes. Let's do this. Then we will do the same thing with the spring on. Okay, and then you will repeat this for at least other 4 speeds. And of course we will have to increase the speed every time we do this. And again, if at the next speed you won't be able to do 4 bars of 16 notes or 30-second notes when doing the alternated part, you can at least try to get until 3 bars, and then you can increase even more and get to 2 bars, and then increase even more and get to 1 bar. This again will help us to work on the shifting between the leg and ankle motion, make it natural, make it something that's that we're comfortable in doing. And there are some difference between the heel down and the heel up, and of course is the heel down works a little bit more on the up motion, and the heel up works a little bit more on the down motion, so that you have a very wide range of motion with your ankle, which will help control dynamic and everything. As you can see, I will always try to keep the dynamics as high as possible, so to have the beater coming as back as possible at any speed, both in the 8 notes or 16 notes or 30-second notes sections, so that I have a good volume. I like to have a loud kick, and this is important even if you use triggers or any kind of setting that you have. That doesn't matter, because it's always good to have a good volume for triggers, for microphones, for a live show, for study, when you record in the studio section. Every time it's good to have everything, like both very high dynamics and very low dynamics. So I suggest you to work on and trying to have the beat coming as much back as possible. So with this exercise we will benefit the switch between leg motion and ankle motion, so that we really educate our brain to understand which are the differences between the two things, and it will understand what the leg motion means and what the ankle motion means, and then how to switch between the two things, still staying synchronized to the spring and to the pedal, and will help us on the application when we will be playing and we will have to go from one thing to another. We won't feel any effort in doing that anymore because we will be so used to it that it will just feel normal. Remember to stay always synchronized to the pedal, to isolate the leg motion to the ankle motion. Stay synchronized when you're working without the spring and when we're working with the spring. Have a good practice, and I'll see you next week. Hey there, if you're liking the videos that I'm uploading, you should check these videos on jamespayndrums.com, in which I upload a more in-depth version of the videos with multicam views, PDFs, so that you have everything written down and you don't have to always memorize everything. There's going to be polynomial playlist where I've basically created playlists that you can follow, speed up, slow down, just play one part of whatever I'm playing, just the snare, just the bass drum, and it's all through an app, so you can take it on your phone with you in your practice room, and coaching videos, which means you will have my voice reminding you what to focus on, either in balance on your right hand, on your left foot, based on where you are in the exercises, so that it's like if I'm gonna be there with you in the room while you're practicing. So there's gonna be a bunch of extra content there that might help you out practicing and improving faster.